Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad and I'm going to explain about Lab 5 test connectivity using traceroute. So in this Lab 5, this is the Cisco packet tracer topology diagram. I'm going to explain part 1 and also part 2. So let's proceed to part 1. Step 1, I'm going to explain about the test, about the ping from PC1 to PC3. So we're going to ping PC1 to PC3. So we're going to type PC3 IP address in order to ping from PC1 to PC3. So as you can see around here, the destination host is unreachable, which means there must be something problem that doesn't allow PC1 to connect to PC3. So in order to find the problem, we're gonna move into step 2, which is using traceset command, also the same IP address, to see where the problem really lies. Okay, so the request now out here. Okay, as we can see in the traceset command, the last number is 10.100.100.6, which means that the problem can only lies whether at router C or router B, since it is nearest to the 10.100.100.6. But since the problem lies so further away, as you can see here, lies at the 4 steps, we're gonna assume that router C is the main problem. So we're gonna see a router C, and then see the CLI, and then show IP interface brief, the IP address for it. Okay, as you can see here, this is the IP address for it. In order to see whether the router C is really the problem, we're gonna see at the router D. CLI, have the same thing again. Okay, so it's the IP address at router D. Okay, so as you can see here, the router C cannot connect to router D as the IP address is very different. As you can see here, 10.100.100.17 is really doesn't nearest to 10.100.100.10. So we're gonna change this IP address in order to make sure that router C can connect to router D. So we're gonna config it. Okay, we're gonna the interface that we must change, which is the S0/0/0, the new IP address. Since by only using this IP address, we can connect from router C to router D. Also type the subnet mask. Okay. So right now let's see whether PC1 can now connect to PC3. So we're gonna use the preset function again. Okay, as you can see, the trace is complete, which means that PC1 cannot ping to PC3. So let's now set up see at the part 2, we're gonna tracing the router A to PC3. In order to do that, we're gonna trace route the IP address for the PC3. As you can see, router A also can now ping to PC3. Okay, so the difference between the PC1 and also router A tracing is PC1 have 5 steps, while the router A only have 4 steps. This is because the PC1 must go on to 4 um, component and 5 component until it reaching to PC3. It's here router A, router B, router C, router D, and also PC3, which means that it move for 5 steps, but the router A only move 4. That's all from me.